Oh man, Tabitha Brown got some of y'all so upset about her talking about entrepreneurship. Isn't for everybody. You should get a job. Y'all can go watch the whole video on her page. But I want to get into this because I was like, I've heard this argument before. Have we ever heard this argument before? Like, oh yeah, in my book, Becoming a Passionpreneur, and that's why I talk about not quitting your day job. So listen to me. Let's break down why Tabitha Brown was right, okay? As an entrepreneur who quit their job too soon, I'm gonna show you what I talk about in my book, Becoming a Passionpreneur, about why you shouldn't quit your job to build your business. All right, so let's look into it, right? Like my artwork right here. This represents your job, your income. Okay, this is your business income. Now, the average salary in America is $60,000. You may make a whole lot more than that. You may make a whole lot less than that, but the average is $60,000. So what that means is the average person is bringing home $5,000 a month from their job. Okay, so that's great. So that's $5,000 a month going into your household. Now, let's say you're starting a part-time business. You starting a business. Let's say that you're making half of that for your. I'm gonna say $3,000. Let's say your business is making $3,000 a month, right? So you start a part-time business, and you're making $3,000 a month, and that money is going into the business. Now, here's what happens, right? So now you got what happens is people say, well, listen, if I'm making $3,000 part-time in my business, what if I quit my job and went full-time in my business? I could double what I make in my business. Now, that may sound logical. It may make sense in your head when you do the math, but the problem is it doesn't work out that way. It doesn't always work out that way, right? So what happens is right now you're living good. You got the job income coming into the house, and you got the business income that while you're still getting started, still launching, you can put that money back into the business. But here's what happens when you cut out the job, right? You cut out the job income, and let's say you cut out the job and you do double your business income, right? So you cut out the job, you go full time into your business, and now you're making $6,000 a month in your business. The problem is now that $5,000 that you had going into the household from your job isn't there anymore. But those expenses are still the same, right? So now you got to take that $5,000 a month from here to go into the house. That only leaves you with $1,000 left to go into the business, where before you were putting $3,000 into the business. So eventually you start to starve your business because now you don't have the job, right? But now you don't have enough to put into your business because everything you make in the business, you got to take care of your house because you didn't cut out the job. So eventually you're starving your business because you didn't cut down your revenue by triple, what was that, 33%, whatever, 300%. You cut down your revenue, and now eventually you're starving your business. Now your business is closed. You don't have a job. So you close the business, so now that $6,000 is gone, but your love is still there, your house is still there, but there's no money in here. And that's when you start losing everything. That's why it's important not to quit your job. Yeah, as a matter of fact, in my same book, Becoming a Passionpreneur, I have the framework on how to know when to quit your job. I'm gonna do a separate series on that. So subscribe to the channel, like the video so you can get the the series when I do that next on when to quit your job from starting your own business. So y'all leave Tabitha alone. She was only trying to help y'all. She actually said that. I'm only trying to help y'all. It's not for everybody, but this is why you don't want to quit your job too soon.
Damn, that was dope.